What's crack? Welcome back. How are you getting on? Are you well? So in this week's video we're going to be doing some reacting to my first ever videos on YouTube. What? Bailey, you're gonna love them. You weren't around for any of them. Right, so basically I used to make videos when I was a kid, and I think the first video that I ever uploaded was in 2008. So it's about 13 years old now, I'd say. You're about to take a look back in time at some of my very first videos I've ever posted on the internet. Let's go. Paul man doing backflips in the park. Alright, let's see this. Paul man, the sequel. Before we go ahead with this, right? Basically, back when I was a kid in school, I used to want to be a stunt man, and I used to dress up wearing camouflage everywhere I went, and I'd be climbing trees, jumping over fences, and I used to record them on a potato. Well, you're about to see how bad the quality is, but like, these are my first ever YouTube videos, okay? I was trying. But here we go. This is the sequel. I'll show you the first one after this, I suppose, now. I'm so camouflaged with the pixels, you can't even see me. What the hell? Right, basically, that's one of them rope pyramids in a playground. I figured out you could backflip off the bottom strings. It was so bouncy. Backflips, front flips. I should be in the 2024 Olympics. Woo!
There will be more.
Right, there you have it. The first ever video I uploaded to the internet. Right, basically, I always wanted to be a stuntman, as I said. So I used to go down filming these on my phone, and we used to just send them to each other, like Bluetooth, and not Bluetooth, infrared. You had to touch the phones off each other back in the day. So we used to just do that. Then I heard about YouTube, and I said I'd start uploading them to YouTube. Next thing you know, bada bing, bada boom. 13 years later, long-haired Irish Jesus would be looking at them. Who'd have thought it? Who'd have thought it? Right, let's go actually back onto that page, and we'll find the first video of that. I think I have it here. Oh, this one's just called Paul Man Returns. This is the original one to the backflip one. Here we go. All copyright music, can't listen to any of it. Alright, here I am again. Look, this is basically the same as the first video, right? We're going to tie this in with the first video. So this is basically my first and second video on YouTube, and I'm wearing the same fucking clothes. This is definitely a different day. You wouldn't think it, but I always wore that camouflage, like I said. That's my old school, St. Paul's Secondary School, shout out. Playing in the backyard during summer, being a little ninja. If a football ever went up onto the roof, guess who was getting it? Me! Look at my ninja skills. I used to think I was like fucking parkour dude, you know what I mean? Be fair though, looking at them skills right now, I don't think I could do half of those anymore. I was probably 9 stone in these videos, if not even less. I'm about 13 and a half stone now. I wouldn't even be able to do a pull-up, never mind flip my body around the pole. Look at this, look at me thinking I'm right. Basically, my friend Shemaiki, shout out to Shemaiki, I used to drag him around the town all the time, and he used to get sick of it. And I'd slap the camera in his hand, I'm like, see this wall? I'm going to jump over that wall, I'm going to kick off that wall, I'm going to spin around that pole, and then I'm going to do a backflip off of it. And he's standing there, yeah, right, go on. And then he just watched me like awkwardly climbing up a wall, like it took me about 10 minutes each time. I thought I was Jackie Chan in half of these videos, and it took me about an hour to figure them out. Right, and see this river here, right? This is about a 12-foot river, by the way. This one I'm impressed by, right? But I tried to do this for a girl once, and I actually fell in. I didn't get that on camera, and I'll never show these even if I had it on camera. Yeah, I remember doing that, and it used to be my little party trick when I was walking home from school or something. And all of a sudden, I'd just dart towards the river, and everyone was like, what are you doing? And I'd leg it over it. One day I fell in, yeah, it was the worst ever. That's the end of the video, basically, yeah. So there's Paul Man Returns. 15-year-old Paul, 15-year-old, 14, 15-year-old Paul, doing parkour back in the day. I used to think I was savage. No, I used to think I was savage, but I never got a girl. I never got any of the girls now. I was that weird guy climbing walls and doing flips. No girls were interested in that. They wanted the spiky-haired lads that could play football. Right, let's go back in. We'll do another one, right? What's next on the list? Oh yeah, this one is a wall flip, right? And now I must have been in second year or first year of secondary school. So I'm quite young here, you know what I mean? At 1 o'clock we get like a 45-minute lunch break, so we get to go out and play football, do whatever we wanted, right? And I thought I was a great lad, thinking I was cool. I told everybody in the class that I could do a backflip off of a wall. All my ninja moves that I was doing all the time, you know what I mean? So someone was like, oh, let's go see, okay, 1 o'clock, Paul, you in the yard, backflip off the wall, let's go. And I was like, yeah, no problem. And I was like, uh-oh. 1 o'clock came, I walked out to the yard, there was about 50 people in a big huge circle all gathered round to see me do me backflip off a wall. I was like, what did I get into? Never done a backflip off a wall. I just said it looked easy. I'm pretty sure I could do that. It's not easy. I couldn't do it. Let's watch. I nearly killed myself, but that was some attempt though. Look at the little buzzy cut head on me. I didn't have a hair on my head, boys. I'm gonna rewatch that, right? So, 50 people standing around me. I'm sitting there in my head going, oh my God, I can't turn it down. You're the biggest loser ever if you turn this down. But also, I didn't know what I'm doing, so I sent it. I just ran at the wall, first foot, and I thought the second foot would give me the momentum to go around. What did I do? I bailed. I jumped sideways just in case I landed on my neck. But I didn't fail. I didn't kill myself. I didn't fall. I got up off the ground after everyone was screaming. Do you know what? I got a round of applause because I attempted it. I attempted it, and I didn't die.
Bravo!
By the way, also, not a good idea to do parkour in your school uniform. Those trousers, you couldn't bend down in without splitting them, and never mind the shoes I was wearing, the leather was wore off them. Oh, stop, boys. Let's go on to the next one. I was a little daredevil back in the day, so I was. This video right here was my first ever viral video. So when I was a kid, lived in the same house 13 years ago in school, and it was lashing rain, and I was learning how to do backflips. So let me set the scene real quick. 13 years ago, I'm sitting in my kitchen. It's absolutely lashing rain out, right? And the day before, I was practicing how to do backflips in my backyard. Brought my mattress from my bed out to the yard so I could practice on it. So I had a little crash mat to fall on. The very next day, it started to lash rain, and I got up all excited, ready to go from the day before. So I said, I'm bringing the mattress inside, and nothing's going to stop me learning how to do a backflip today. It's happening today. I was determined today, so I was. Until, oh Jesus, did I ever, after the first mistake, you think I would have stopped? No, wait for it. That's all I'm going to say, Let's have a look. Fingless Bio 08 here. I used to have a nickname. Oh, Fingless Bio 08. I thought it was deadly. Or Paul Man, diddle-dee. And I'm not so cool. I was never so cool. I'm not even cool now. Oh, don't be looking at me. Well, here I am. There's my mattress. So there's a mattress on the ground with a futon cover over it. In the middle of my kitchen. Pissing rain as usual, typical. Now skip it on forward, there's a lot of me setting up the camera, a lot of me taking out my jumper, here we go. You think I could have learned how to edit videos back then? No. One take only, one take wonder. Oh, wait. Oh. This is where I learned how to do backflips, but this is where it all went wrong, right? Before I press play, this video was posted when YouTube wasn't a big, huge thing, where things didn't go viral, and I don't even know who the biggest guy was back then, probably Fred. Do you remember him? When I posted this video, to me, viral was if everybody in the school seen it and was talking about it. So if everybody in the town maybe was going, oh, I've seen your video, Paul, I've seen your video. Like, it would only take 10 people to say that to me to think I was a big superstar. So I was going around the town making videos, 10, 20 views on YouTube thinking, did you see my video? Yeah. Well, didn't everybody in the whole town see this video? And no one will ever forget it. This one was sold to, like, You've Been Framed, American Videos. I think this one even made it onto Ridiculousness on MTV. This was the first viral video I ever done. Let's go. Boosh! Ooh, okay. First backflip down. Okay, let me see. Backflipped in the air. Didn't quite get my arms up straight high enough, and I landed on the cushion, mind you. I landed on the cushion. So I said, I'll take another attempt. Watch. Oh! I can still remember that to this day. I honestly, right, when I did the backflip, I went forward. My face missed the miles. I got up off that thing thinking I had broken my nose to pieces. And I was on the ground checking to have all my teeth. I was like, my nose, my teeth. I was shocked after, I was shook by it, shook. It was just me rolling around the floor, and I was like, so check out for my next week's video, yeah, see you later. And then I was just like, what am I doing, man? The reason why I was learning how to backflip, there was a channel called the Backyard Ninjas, and they used to do loads of parkour tricks. So I was learning how to do the original backflip. All I wanted to do was one backflip, because that's the coolest trick. Come on, face it. If you're in town and someone said, do a backflip, you're going to be impressing. I never learned how to do a backflip, and I unfortunately never will. Right, so I think we'll leave it there for this week's episode. Right, well there you go. What do you think of that? Basically, one of my friends tagged me in my old YouTube page the other day and it brought me down memory lane. I was going back through all the videos and like, these are hilarious and so cringy. What was I doing? So basically I thought I've got like 2 old YouTube channels and a whole Facebook page full of skits that I did years ago. Let's review them. I'm going to go back through all the videos and look through the best ones. And each week I'll review 1 or 2 new ones. And I can give you story times about what was going on in my life and about all the cool stuff that was happening back then. I used to make so many videos before I started making vlogs on YouTube that I actually have such a stash of stuff that I want to show you. I've got so much content on the internet. It's just a shame if I don't show it to everyone else. Some of these videos I posted have like 200 views. When I think they're comedy gold, it's time for me to dig out the treasure chest. All the old videos coming to new life. Let me show you and let me know what you think in the comments below. If you want to buy some merch, check out the link in the description. I hope you all love it and I'll see you next week.